Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, if you check on the Kenya Kwanza top leadership, can you tell us if there is anyone among these top leaders who involved himself or herself in the fight for the second liberation of this country? Remember, there was first time where the colonizers had to go and the Africans had to take over leadership. That was done and finished. But now there was second struggle for the second liberation of our country in terms of bringing multi-party democracy, economic democracy, freedom of speech and expression. With all this, during Moi time and the first Kenyatta, we did not enjoy this as a country. Therefore, there was a need to fight for that. But among the top Kenya Kwanza leadership, William Ruto, Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula, Gachagua, who among them has ever involved himself in fighting for anything in this country, if not defending the status quo? None of them. And therefore, with this, there is something Natembeya, the governor of Trans Nzoia, is trying to share with us as far as the Kenya Kwanza leadership is concerned, though his focus is on the National Assembly Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula. And by the way, I'm talking about the Kenya Kwanza top leadership because we are well aware that the formation of Kenya Kwanza coalition was brought together through William Ruto, Musalia, Wetangula. How on your honors were Kenya Kwanza? Then Gachagua was brought on board because now he had to be a running mate to fix the Mount Kenya figures. So, in Natembeya's address to Wetangula, there is something he's trying to expose here. That when they were fighting for the second liberation as university students, because now he was a leader in the university, Wetangula called them for a meeting. And when he addressed them, there is something Wetangula talked about. So what Natembeya is saying here is that if you look on what Wetangula said, and now the party that he is in now, what it stood for, these are totally different people. For Wetangula was clear that fighting for multi-party democracy is a futile exercise. So he was literally warning the students not to waste their time fighting for multi-party. Enda darasani, soma, wachana na upuzi wa kusema unapigania multi-party. And right now, Wetangula is in Ford, Kenya. Remember, the original party was Ford. Ford was the one standing and fighting for multi-party democracy, freedom, and other things. We know it split severally. We had Ford Kenya, we had Ford Asili, we had Ford People. But above all, the interest and ideology was the same: multi-party democracy, freedom, and other things. So Wetangula does not stand the ideology of Ford Kenya, and he is now the leader. So Natembeya has issues with this. Secondly, which is also very important, he is explaining on how the latest two leaders became president. Uhuru Kenyatta, he left KANU party, formed TNA, went into a coalition and became the president. William Ruto had to leave KANU, form several parties, but now under other leaders, he had to go and form his own party, UDA, and became the president. For Wetangula, he is still in Ford Kenya, a party that Natembeya is referring to as Likubiro. That's Luya dialect. Likubiro is a house where parents died, then as a son, you are remained there. So the issue is that you have to get out and build your own house. So Ford Kenya to Luyas, na huyu party leader is a rikuviro. He should get out of that comfort zone, form his own, and forge forward. That is Natembeya message to Wetangula.
Hata president akikuja kitanda waambiangi. Wanasoma kwa social media. Completely inconsequential. You cannot be consulted on anything. Bado wewe ni nani? And imagine kulikuwa na wanaume dunia hii kama Masinde Muliro, kama Malwa kijana, wala ambao waliangalia Moi ana kwa ana wakasema mzee, time has come, let our people go. Wakaambia mzee, let our people go. Wetangula alikuwa anasema don't let our people go mzee Moi. Alikuwa anasema, alikuwa wakili wa Moi. Huyo mjamaa sisi tulienda kumuona university kwa university. Alikuwa wakili. Mimi nilikuwa leader wa wanafunzi. Na tukapelekwa kwenda kuona Wetangula kwa ofisi yake. Wakati huo vita ya multipartyism 1990 ilikuwa imewaka moto. Wanafunzi wa university walikuwa mstari wa mbele. Hawa jamaa walitufuata tu. Sisi tulikuwa tunapigana GSU, tunakimbiza GSU mbio. Wetangula tukaenda kwa ofisi akasema tumuone saa 12 asubuhi. Imagine kwenda kwa ofisi saa 12 asubuhi. Jamaa alikuja amedunga suti, akatoa koti, akaweka kwa kiti. Akajitengenezea chai hapo strong tea. Peke yake. Akakunywa chai, na wakati alikuwa anakunywa chai, sisi tumeamka asubuhi tunajua kunywa chai. Alitusomea bwana. Akatuambia when you go and riot on the streets and throw stones and you go back to your miserable rooms and the chips are down, that is when you realize the futility of your actions. Wetangula anapenda kuongea kisungu kubwa kubwa. Hii ni yake. Sio yangu. I'm quoting verbatim. Na mahali yako anajua, that's what he said. Alisema hiyo kupigania multipartyism is a futile exercise. Na ile chama ambayo ilikuwa mbele kupigania second liberation ilikuwa na chama inaitwa Ford. Ikafunjia kwa Ford Kenya, Ford asili Ford people. Silivunjika? Jamaa bwana saa hizi ndio kiongozi ya Ford Kenya. Akwende. Chakaba liweleka kuloba ba yeye. Mtu mwenye alikashifu akasema hiki kitu haiwezekani. Sasa imagine Uhuru Kenyatta, Muigai Kenyatta alitoka kwa chama ambaye baba yake alitengeneza inaitwa KANU. Akaenda akaunda serikali kuwa president. Kweli ama rongo? Kweli. William Ruto alikuwa kwa KANU, alikuwa kwa ODM, alikuwa kwa NAK, akatoka. Akaenda akaunda chama yake, akakuwa rais. Si ndio? Yes. Na Wetangula kakaila mwikubiri. Azizi wa Bukusu anasema kwamba mwikubilo salamo mwana ta. Yeye ajui. Yeye anajua vitu ya kunyonga, vitu ya kuchinja ajui. Hawezi kujiundia chama.
Now we are continuing this final discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, definitely, Natembeya is coming out more of Kijana wa Malwa, Masindo Maniro. These are the leaders that we had in Western region who stood for something, who are strong on what they stand for, who defended what they stood for. And we know there is a fight between him and Wetangula. So there's a tussle here. And what is emerging is that, we have the Bukusu politics within Western region. So who has a say in this? Who is driving it? Who is, controlling? So with all this, we know that Natembeya is working under Eugene Wamalwa. But yes, Natembeya comes more bold to face off these leaders in defense of his own party, DAPK. So for DAPK to thrive in a Bukusu nation and part of Western, there should be someone coming out very openly, strongly and courageously to challenge Ford Kenya party and its leadership. That's what Natembeya is doing there. So that is the Bukusu politics. But above all, there's a message here for everyone that going by what Wetangula did in terms of trying to silence the students who are standing in defense of Ford Party to fight for multipartyism, freedom, economic freedom, and freedom of expression and all that. Wetangula tried to silence the students, but they are here. And we are in a new era where success then came. I think the farthest Wetangula went was to support Raila or work with Raila Odinga, but he had his own political interest, which really helped him. So the farthest he has gone is attempting to associate with Raila Odinga, a man who carries the face of Kenyan second liberation, democracy, and the freedom we are enjoying. That the farthest has gone. But if you check this leadership of Kenya Kwanza, and that's why you should never anticipate anything good from them, they are more of vifaranga wa Moi. With such leaders, the only thing they can do is to try and reinvent the Moi's idea. And in an attempt to do so, you find that they are always in problem with the constitution and the law governing this country. So with such leaders, you can't move forward. You can only just backslide. That's why even when it comes to economically, we do not progress. The institutions are being fought. No independence of judiciary, National Assembly, they are being gagged. Why? Because we have the new Moi, the living and breathing Moi of our times. And the characters of Moi are still there. The top leadership of Kenya Kwanza, they are all vifaranga wa Moi. So you can't anticipate more from them. No. But above all, the challenge to Wetangula. I think Natembeya is trying to challenge Wetangula to get out of his comfort and run for presidency. Anajaribu kumdanganya pale, but for some reasons back home, that you run for presidents. But before you run for presidents, wachana na Ford Kenya, go and form your own political party, come with a strategy, and go for the top seat. Wachana na hii biashara ya hapa chini. That's why he's talking about Rikuviro. So that Rikuviro means get out of your father's house, go and build your own house, start your own life for you to succeed. And indeed, Uhuru Kenyatta built his own house for him to succeed. William Ruto built his own UDA house for him to succeed. Raila Odinga left Ford Kenya, Ford and all those things. He built his own ODM house for him to succeed. And it's part of success story of this country. So for Wetangula to be part of the success story of this country, he has to get out of that comfort zone. Leave Ford Kenya alone, form your own party and soldier on. That's the message from Natembeya. But the question is Wetangula ready? The answer is no. Because now for him, he still believes that Ford Kenya is still the Bukusu party. And because he don't want to get out of Bukusu politics, he has to hold on tightly to the Ford Kenya. But if you want to go nationally, across the country, you have to come with something that is going to sell across. UDA, we had Jubilee, we have ODM. So let him attempt to create his own thing and sell it. Though, above all, it's not only just forming a party. It's not all about forming a party. It's all about also having the managerial skills of the party. Because we also understand that Mudavadi has his own party, ANC. But because of lack of good leadership, look at where ANC is. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.